Welcome to Mornings on Main Street. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller. Thanks for joining us. Fun fact for you. Did you know that a sloth's slow-paced lifestyle helps them survive in the wild? It's true. We have some other amazing facts about sloths coming up for you today. We are sharing a piece from our show At the Zoo with Jim Bartoo and Devon O'Day. They'll share with you the sloth that they have on hand and how you can maybe get an up-close and personal visit with the sloth and take part in some other events. Later on, we're going to let you know about the 90s dance party happening right here at Downtown Commons in Clarksville. It is coming up this Friday. We'll have that information for you at the end of the show. But first, let's get a check of the forecast.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
A good Thursday morning. Taylor Plott here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with a check on your forecast. Starting off the day, maybe an isolated shower or two. Most places are dry with just a few clouds. Once we get into the afternoon and evening hours, we will be tracking some of those pop-up showers and storms once again, and that heat still cranks up, getting up into the mid-90s for a lot of places, maybe even flirting with the upper 90s. Still holding on to some of those rain chances going into your evening hours, but a lot of places will be dry. And then once we get into your Friday morning, should be dry with just some cloud cover around, and then we do it all over again with more showers and storms. 7-day forecast looks like this. There is relief in sight with the heat. Once we get to the weekend and early next week, temperatures will be down into the 80s, but eventually we'll get back into the lower 90s once we get into Wednesday.
If you want the latest in weather conditions, be sure to tune in to our Busy Bee Plumbing Weather Report each weekday on Mornings on Main Street. Brought to you, of course, by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. We will keep you updated on the latest conditions outside, like severe weather, heat, snow, rain, and even hail. Welcome back. This morning we get to introduce you to Gully, the sloth that you can meet at the Nashville Zoo. Jim Bartoo and Devon O'Day have more from their show At the Zoo.
We have Arlie with us, and Arlie, tell us a little bit about this sloth that we're meeting now.
Oh, he is perfect. His name is Gully. He is what's called a lens two-toed sloth. So two toes really just describes the number of feet that the number of toes that they have on their front feet.
I was about to say there's 3 back here.
Yeah. So all sloths, no matter the species, have 3 toes on their back feet, but only two-toed sloths have 2 toes on the front feet. And then there's also such thing as 3-toed sloths, but they have 3 toes on both the front and back feet. They have, their entire bodies are really adapted for this like upside down arboreal lifestyle. They have specialized tendons that help them to like essentially lock their limbs onto place. So like scientists have found dead sloths still hanging like this. Even they're not really exerting any force or pressure to stay up like that. Think of it like a coat hanger, right? It's just kind of there.
It's not really a muscle thing as much as it is just an anatomy thing, right?
He has been an ambassador with us for about a little over a year now, like I said, and he just loves to hang out, eat some treats, and you can see him during our Backstage Pass tours.
That's right. This is one of our many Backstage Pass tours. The sloth one is certainly very popular. So if people wanted to go on this sloth tour, this Backstage Pass tour with sloths, is it often offered year-round? Does it sell out quite in advance? What do people need to know to have the best chance of getting this?
Yes, so the sloth tours that we offer are one of our most popular tours that we offer.
Of course, because look at him. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so we do have the ability to have up to 10 people in our VIP room. Usually it is a sold-out tour, so we usually do have a full house in here. But we do offer the tour 2 days a week on Wednesdays and Sundays at 10:30 in the morning. So you got to grab your tickets fast because they do sell out.
That's year round.
That is year round,
right,
yes.
But
so even in the winter,
you don't release dates. Do we release dates for the whole year, or do we wait? Or?
So usually I think it depends on the season. Okay. Like right now, I don't think that we have dates ahead of time for like next year, next summer, or even the winter time yet. It's usually based off of the season. So right now we're just selling tours for the summer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And then once the winter hours roll around, since we do have hours that change, that's when they will kind of release those dates for the next season.
That's
right.
right.
When people come on the Backstage tour, do they get to feed the sloth a little piece of apple?
They do, yes.
He likes apple, everybody.
Yes,
Apple.
Gully's favorite treats are apples and pears. There is a feeding opportunity on the tour. There are plenty of photo ops as well. And you just get to be up close to them and get to, you know.
And feed them? Can people feed them while they're on the tour?
Yeah, you get a feeding opportunity. You can give them a piece of pear, a piece of apple. Sometimes we'll bring grapes on the tour too. And you'll just get to hang out with a keeper who works with them every day, and they'll tell you a little bit about them too.
Do they bite?
So they can bite.
Their teeth, they're definitely teeth.
They do have some pretty sharp teeth. Their biting is not going to be their first line of defense. But they will flash those teeth if they feel like they absolutely have to. They're a little bit more timid. They'd rather just kind of, you know, keep to themselves, very elusive. But they can if they feel provoked enough.
And they have some very powerful claws as well. So if you're thinking about holding hands with one, double think that, because they can squeeze very hard and puncture skin, and it's very dangerous. This is their natural position, is kind of hanging like this.
Do they sleep like this?
They do. They spend the majority of their lives hanging like this from trees. They sleep like this, they mate like this, they give birth like this. It's wild. They really only come down to the ground to use the bathroom. And part of the reason for that is because they're not going to place a target on their backs by just dropping. They're dropping straight below them. So they'll typically prefer to go to a few trees over, do their business, cover it with some leaf litter, and then kind of steer themselves away from where that is located.
He is napping.
He is napping now.
How cute he is.
He's perfect.
Arlie, what country are they native to?
So they can be found throughout parts of Central and South America. They specifically, I think, can reside in countries like Guyana, Colombia, Venezuela, lots of countries in South America. So there are different types of sloths too, kind of like, think of it like dogs, right? You have Dalmatians and Shepherds and all that. There's different breeds of sloths as well. So different breeds exist in different parts of Central and South America. So it really just depends on the species.
Now, some places, some sanctuaries they have, and they become very, very lovable. And that, do they get really affectionate to you, to their zookeeper?
They can. I do think that they recognize smells, and that they might recognize, like, you know, they don't have the best vision, but they can see somewhat of like blurs and, you know, different sorts of color variations, even though they might be colorblind. So I think that they recognize maybe like, oh, the red shirts that the keepers have here, they're not going to be blue. So I think they recognize that, but I don't think they necessarily recognize different faces. I think that since they have grown as ambassadors for most of their lives, they are used to just being around people, especially once people that are trained to work on them work with them in a very consistent way. They recognize those patterns too, so they are able to adapt their behavior to that.
Well, Gully, it's nice to meet you.
I just love sloths, such amazing creatures. Thank you, Devon and Jim, for introducing us to Gully. If you would like to see the show in its entirety and other At the Zoo episodes, plus other programs produced by Main Street Media of Tennessee, download our mobile app, Main Street Media TV Mobile. You'll have all of the shows right there at your fingertips. Stick with us. We'll have the information about a 90s dance party happening this weekend. We'll be right back.
Deep in a forest at Nashville Zoo, new creatures here for you to view. Phantoms graced in black and white swing high in trees of dappled light. In rocky crags, tall and steep, small antelopes with nimble feet. A wise old man with beard of white, a sentry perched on stony height. Amidst it all, a hunter lies, with coat of gold and steely eyes. A new adventure just for you. Leopard Forest at Nashville Zoo. Open now.
So many great events happening throughout Middle Tennessee this weekend, and one of those taking place here in downtown Clarksville on Friday night. It is Full House, the ultimate 90s dance party happening at Downtown Commons. The music will get going at 7 o'clock. If you come out, bring your lawn chair or a blanket. Food trucks will be on hand. And remember, no matter what you do, because it's so hot outside, be sure to hydrate. And of course, check on your loved ones and your pets. Thanks for joining us here at Mornings on Main Street. We'll see you back here later today.